A very, very surprising but welcome announcement coming this morning from the family of the late, great Joey Jordison on the day before what would have been his birthday and also my sister's. And coincidentally, my sister actually passed just about a year and a week after Joey Jordison did. So same birthday, very, very close dates of passing. Rest in peace to both. But this morning, Joey's family announced that they have been able to obtain the rights to Vimic's debut album and only album, Open Your Omen, and they will be independently releasing it later this year. Back in 2013, before the Slipknot split, I believe, Joey Jordison, of course, formed Scar The Martyr. They put out one album, the self-titled, that also came out in 2013. But then in 2014, they let vocalist Henry Derrick go from the band, and then Henry, of course, went on to join Active Defiance with Chris Broderick and Sean Drover from Megadeth at the time, and also Matt Bashand from Shadows Fall. And Scar The Martyr was actually working on a second album, but I don't believe it was ever released. They did have a new singer, although I don't think that singer's identity was ever revealed, although it very well could have been Caitlin Chase, who ended up singing for Vimic, which Joey Jordison started in 2016 after he closed up shop with Scar The Martyr. And at first, Vimic had essentially the same exact lineup as Scar The Martyr, but with Caitlin Chase on vocals, along with guitarists Jed Simon and Chris Norris, and then Steve Marshall would later join in place of Norris, bassist Kyle Conkeal, keyboardist Matthew Turok, I believe is how you say that name, and obviously Joey Jordison on drums. Vimic did release 4 singles, including one called Fail Me, My Temple, that featured Dave Mustaine, who was also a little bit involved with the mixing and mastering of the Vimic album. Unfortunately, though, the full album was never released due to a multitude of reasons. The album's producer, who was co-producing along with Joey, Kato Kandawala, he tragically died in 2018 after a motorcycle accident. And then the members of Vimic then began to shift their focus onto other projects. Joey, of course, formed Sinsanum. Kyle Conkeal went to Bad Wolves, although he just recently left that band along with Doc Coyle. And then, of course, it goes without saying that Joey Jordison tragically passed away back in July of 2021. I really can't believe it's been almost 4 years. It's really insane how time flies. But now, after nearly a decade, it looks like we are, in fact, finally getting that full-length debut Vimic album, according to Joey Jordison's family, who put out an announcement this morning that they have secured the rights to Open Your Omen, and they are launching a Kickstarter to help raise the funds to get it out there. And on top of that, they're also organizing a Vimic reunion show to honor Joey. Here's what they said in their announcement this morning. On the eve of Joey's 50th birthday, we have a very special announcement for you. After years of working to secure the rights to the music, our family will be releasing Vimic's highly anticipated debut album, Open Your Omen, independently to get the album into the hands of the fans that have been asking for it for years. On Monday, April 28th, a Kickstarter fundraiser will be launched to raise the funds needed to release the album in September of 2025. Joey didn't do anything small. We want to release this album the way he would have wanted, with the designs he was so actively involved with creating for the CD, double LP, merch, and with the support of his fans to make the biggest splash we can upon release. We have added personal items of Joey's to help raise the money needed to manufacture and distribute physical product, market the album, and host a night to remember as Vimic reunites to perform an event honoring Joey's legacy. An evening full of iconic drummers on Joey's kit, special guests, and stories you've never heard. Join us and spread the word. So very, very great news to hear, and I'm very curious and excited to see what's going to be included on the Kickstarter. The page is up now with a short little blurb, but there's nothing else since it won't be launched until Monday. But I'm also very curious to see what this Vimic reunion show entails. They say it will be full of iconic drummers. Would love to know who that will be. Let me know who you think that could be down below. But I think a big question is, will any of the members of Slipknot be involved? Obviously, it was not the world's cleanest split back in 2013 between them, but things have certainly softened over time, especially with Joey passing. I think Slipknot's pages pay tribute to Joey on his birthday every year and things like that. Hell, we'll probably likely see a post tomorrow on Joey's birthday. And who's to say, honestly, if Joey were still with us and if he was healthy enough to play, that he wouldn't have ended up rejoining Slipknot, maybe even just recently when Jay Weinberg left. Who knows? But, as far as anyone from Slipknot taking part in the event, I guess I'm pretty 50-50 on it. Obviously, it would be very, very awesome to see, but I'm certainly not getting my hopes up. But overall, very excited to see how all of this plays out and to finally hear Open Your Omen in its entirety. I do like the singles that Vimic did put out. However, I gotta say, aside from Slipknot, my favorite Joey Jordison project will always and forever be Murder Dolls. Beyond the Valley is awesome, but their second album, Women and Children Last, is seriously probably a top 10 album for me. Maybe I'm just a little bit nostalgic, which could play into my deep love for it, but it really is just such an incredible album to me. And I'm a huge Wednesday 13 fan too, especially his first few solo albums, and actually his Wednesday's latest album, Mid-Death Crisis, actually dropped today, Friday, so you can check that out. And of course, I am very excited for Monday to see what is all included on the Kickstarter campaign, and hopefully sooner rather than later, we will get more info on the Vimic show, and maybe even Monday. I don't know when info on that is going to come down, but hopefully sooner than later. But for now, that is all that I got for you. Thanks so much for hanging out. Feel free to drop a like, subscribe below if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time.